Afrobeat news. So Rema recently dropped the Wave and Roses project, and a lot of reactions have actually trailed that project. First of all, in general review of that project, is so far gotten a mixed reaction from its audience base as well as critics. And aside from that, I think one of the major issue with the project right now that fans have been complaining about is the fact that it has no local features, no Nigerian features on this project. Now, the features so far on the project include Chris Brown, Black, AJ Tracy, and Assault. Now, most of them I think are American artists except for Assault, which is a French artist, right? So, in that regards, Rema recently came out on social media and let us know why he decided not to have a Nigerian artist on the feature on the project. Guys, that much talk. Here's a clip of that. Roll it.
And just to be clear, I know people might be thinking, oh shit, why don't Rema have any Afrobeat artist on his album? I would say no feature on my album was based off hey label, I need an artist or I need an international collab. No, nothing was like that. Everything was organic. Every artist in my album is my friend. You know, I don't really like to make music with you if we're not actually cool. I will not make music just to seem like, oh shit, just to appease the fans so that it will look like we're not fighting. Nah, bro, it has to be organic. Like, no feature on my album was forced or me trying to look international or saying, oh shit, I want to cross boundary. Nah, I already crossed that 2019. You feel me? I already crossed boundary long time. So it's not me trying to be like, oh shit, you know, I need this feature to be. Nah, bro, that's disgusting. Like, every feature on my album right now is based off mutual respect, mutual friendship, close relationship. Like, me and Chris Breezy, we were at the house playing video games and basketball and whatever, and then we hopped in the studio. We are cool. Like, me and Lil Nas, we close. Like, me and everybody, we close. I create music with people I rock with, people I chill with, you know? But I will not force an Afrobeat feature if we're not cool. Like, we got to hang, we got to chill, you know, to create them bangers. Like, it's not forced. I will not go in the studio to appease the fan base that, oh, we are cool, that's why we created music. I'll create music because I fuck with you and you fuck with me, you know?
From the statement that Rema put out, it makes it look like Rema is not friends or Rema is not cool with anybody in the Nigerian music industry. And I personally find that very hard to believe. You're talking about an industry that have a lot of artists. Forget about the top acts right now. You have people like Joe Boy, Omale, Fireboy, DML. You have Thames. You have Rude Guys, Label Mates. You have many thriving new school cats that are doing really well in the industry. There are cool guys that are constantly seeking for collaboration. I don't think these guys are people that are not friendly or are not welcoming to Rema's style of making music. Aside from that, you have some of the A-list artists, Whiskey, Davido, Burna Boy, and Yemi, Tiwa Savage, Flavor, Techno, Timaya, some of these guys as well. And also, I don't think that these guys are not open to making music with Rema or not open to, you know, messing with Rema like that. For example, Burna Boy has made it super clear in the past that he's cool with Rema. In fact, Burna Boy has been one of those people that have stuck out his neck for Rema in the past, especially when Rema goes through his Twitter meltdown, when he just goes on his Twitter rants and all of that. Burna Boy has always been there to support Rema. And even Rema in the past have hinted or showed that he prefers Burna Boy's style of making music. So both of these guys, on a normal, they're friends. Burna Boy has brought Rema out in his O2 show. So I don't think there's no love lost between these guys. So it feels kind of odd Rema coming out here to say that he only makes music with friends. It feels very odd and pretentious. It makes it feel like Rema's only friends with international artists, basically. That's what he's trying to say. That's what he's trying to say, that he's only friends with Chris Brown. He's only friends with Black. He's only friends with AJ Tracy. he's not friends with Burna Boy, he can't be friends with Burna Boy. Even though we know that these guys apparently have a good relationship. So it comes off pretentious a lot. And aside from that, it gives this vibe that I think Rema has always hinted through his music and through his streets. And the vibe is hostility. Rema have always had this hostile factor to him in the industry. Rema, for some reason, have made himself to believe that the OGs in the game, they don't want to mess with him because they feel like he's too young, that his Indian style is not typically Afrobeat. And also to talk about his sound of music, which is the Afro rave that he's talking about, the Afro rave style. Rema's Afro rave style of making music, which is just simply the humming that he puts to some of his, the humming that he puts in some of his songs, and also the Indian style, is not something I think that any artist have issues with, or any artist would in any way hate on. For example, Wizkid have been incorporating humming in his song way before Rema even got into the industry, and still does. And that's why there's always this comparison between Wizkid and Rema. People still feel like Wizkid sounds like Rema, or Rema sounds like Wizkid. There's that comparison. So I really don't feel like Rema honestly believes, even though he puts it out there, that the OGs hate on him because of his sound and the fact that he has this Indian style of making music. And aside from that, another thing that makes Rema look hostile or portray this hostile image or hostile narrative in the industry is the fact that he feels like a lot of these new school cats wants to copy his style, wants to bite his style, which is the Afro rave style. And if I'm being completely honest, that's the biggest bullshit or biggest BS I've ever heard in my life. Because if you look at some of these new school acts, Benson, for example, sounds completely unique, completely different from every other artist. Thames, for example, sounds completely unique, completely different. For example, Ruga sounds completely unique, completely different. Omale, Joe Boy, Fireboy, these guys have their distinctive sound. None of these guys are trying to sound like Rema. None of these guys are trying to hum or make Indian kind of music. None of them wants to do that. And I can never mistake, like, for example, a Thames song with a Rema song. I can never mistake, like, a Joe Boy song with a Rema song. If anything, I probably would mistake a Joe Boy for an Omale song. So that in itself, which Rema has put out on social media to kind of make people feel like the industry is against him, is completely false. There's nobody in the industry trying to fight Rema style, at least none that we know of that's popular. Maybe it might be the up and coming artists, but just not the guys that are currently doing it in music. So those two factors, right? Rema feeling like the OGs are against him, and also Rema feeling like, you know, these new acts want to bite his sound or steal his sound. Those things have made Rema seem hostile to the industry to a point where he feels like he can't work with these guys or he can't have these guys on this project. So that's the point where I just feel Rema is right now, which is not a good spot to be at. It's not a good spot at all. I mean, Wizkid have said numerously in different interviews that he makes music organically, but that has not stopped Wizkid from collaborating with a lot of local acts like over the years. Burna Boy as well have said something like that, but that have not stopped Burna Boy from collaborating with a lot of local acts. And aside from that, I just basically feel like music is beyond just being friends or cool with somebody. Music is a business, right? So, for example, Burna Boy, right? Burna Boy, in his last two collaborations, the first one with Black Sherif and this most recent work with Asake. Now, those projects were as a result of Burna Boy liking the sound. For example, Burna Boy had Black Sherif's second sermon, right? And was into it, loved the sound, and wanted to jump on it. And that's the only reason why we have the remix. So that's part of the music business. That's part of the music game, right? If you like a sound, you like the melody, you don't have to be cool with the act, like with the artist, to jump in the studio and, you know, work with the artist. It's just about the love for the music. Now, Burna Boy and Black Sherif later became friends, but it was after Burna Boy had fallen in love with his song. That's fallen in love with the art. Another thing would be his latest song right now with Asake, the Sunba song, right? Now, this one was born purely out of business. I don't think Burna Boy have any kind of established relationship with Asake. Burna Boy, if anything, was paid heavily by Olamide to jump on Asake's latest single, and that's the only reason why these guys have a video right now, and these guys have one of the biggest songs in Nigeria right now. This one is just purely business because Olamide have been pushing Asake very, very hard right now, and that's part of the music game. That's pretty much what music is all about. Music is all about business, and it's all about the passion, the love for it. So Rema coming out here to act like he can only make music only if he's cool with, the act, only if they are friends, is complete crap, man. Rema have been making songs with a lot of artists, have been featured by a lot of artists that he's not friends with. It's just that he's not putting them on his project, but people are putting him in their project that they're not friends with. Some of those projects are based on just business. He's paid, his management is paid, and he just, jump on the project. Anyway, guys, stay watching about the particular situation, and don't forget, guys, to like and subscribe as well as turn on post notification, and stay tuned for more Afrobeats related entertainment and just coming at you. I'm out for now, guys. Peace.